Imagine a girl group returns with a grenade of a song, but instead of confetti, it's a feminist revolution. Punk riffs, arresting visuals, and lyrics that say, "I'm no perfect girlfriend." That's Tomboy. 40,000 hearts pounding, 10 million views in 16 hours, and a finger gesture dance move that #Tomboy Challenge couldn't stop. But why did it erupt like that? Today, we're unwrapping how a track about breaking molds became an anthem. Tech impacting, culture bending, trend shaping. Ready to ride this? Keep watching, because at around 30% in, I'll show you the secret storyline hidden inside the visuals that hooked everyone. We're exploring 5 key beats. 1. The origin where Tomboy came from. 2. The climb early momentum and buzz. 3. The tipping point. The spark that set off global attention. 4. The global spread, how virality transcended platforms and borders. 5. The legacy, why it still matters. And don't go anywhere. At the 30% mark, I'll unpack that hidden visual message that turned a music video into cult art. Let's set the stage. It's March 14th, 2022. I-DLE resurfaces as a 5-member group with I Never Die. Their first full length after a turbulent period. The lead track, Tomboy, drops with explosive intent. Musically, it's alt-rock pop-punk, not the polished K-pop template. It's gritty guitars, drum beats, punk attitude, shock needle hooks. The lyrics? Sharp rebuttals to the idea of being a perfect girlfriend. As Soyeon raps, "I'm a tomboy. This is my attitude." That was the manifesto. Visuals reinforced it. A flaming red Jaguar, knife throwing in kitchens, stop-motion doll kidnapping. The aesthetics fuse Spring Breakers, pop art, and Tarantino anti-hero vibes. Soyeon cited creating characters who were both heroes and villains. This wasn't window dressing, it was core signaling. I'm done being a doll. That's the origin, a rebellious, self-produced group with control over sound, story, and visual. A mismatch? No, it was magnetism. Buzz began fast. 10 million views in 16 hours, viral before breakfast. View count didn't slow. 50 days later, 100 million. A year later, 200 million plus. On charts, it climbed a #1 on South Korea's Gaon and Billboard K-pop Hot 100. Southeast Asia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, they all pumped it up. Critically, praise rolled in. Billboard named it the best K-pop song of 2022. They loved the edgy punk sound, bold art direction, lyricism, and thematic punch. Teen Vogue and the Korea Herald echoed similar sentiment. Empowered, distinctive. Fans, empowered, stirred, took to TikTok. The I-LY sign, finger-folding dance move exploded. The #Tomboy Challenge passed 100 million views. Media struck hot metaphors, spicy girl crush energy, rebellious K-pop, punk-infused girl power. That energy was contagion. Then came the moment everything crystallized. On release, viral metrics. Within a week, editorial praise, chart records. But the real flip? When the concept, reinvention of identity, resonated. There was cultural context. In an industry boxed by hyper-feminine aesthetics, a punk brash anthem landed like a grenade. Fans responded, "This is my anthem," across Reddit. Themes of rejecting gender constraints echoed globally. The visuals were also deeply analyzed. Some called the MV masterclass in femme power and defiance. The cherry red palette, weapon props, kidnapping of male doll, symbolism talking back to toxic masculinity. Then fashion and media latched on. I-DLE's rockstar styling enabled red carpet and editorial runway crossover. The aesthetics became trend drivers in fashion circles. But the spike, fans collectively felt not dolls, not your perfect girlfriend, loud and viral. And when that tagline became meme, TikTok trend, news headline, the tipping happened. Tomboy shifted from song to cultural statement. But what if I told you that virality didn't just ride on music and power visuals? Hidden in the MV, stop-motion kidnapping of a male doll, pink revolvers, flaming rebellion. All designed to reflect how society shapes women's expected roles and how smashing them feels. Want to see how that symbolism triggered online analysis, backlash framing memes, and academic readings? That's next. Stick around. We'll break down how fans turned decoding into virality. After the spark, the fire spread. First, the TikTok effect, that I-LE sign, a finger fold dance, caught like wildfire. Clubs, influencers, classrooms danced it out. #Tomboy challenge hit 100 M views. Editorial coverage exploded. Music critics, feminist media, cultural stylists wrote deep dives. This wasn't K-pop as usual. It was reclamation pop. The song got airtime in US, Europe, and Asian media. Platforms spotlighted it. Academics and think pieces joined. Analyses of symbolism, identity, and rebellion circulated, turning the MV into cultural dossier material rather than just pop visuals. Fashion influencers replicated looks. Leather moto jackets, Y2K punk girl styling. Streetwear rose around the aesthetic, blending red, leather, studs. Live stages fueled it further. Their musical comeback, energetic, defiant, performative, consistent, reinforced brand identity. Fans who hadn't known I-DLE before came via Tomboy. In short, memeing, decoding, styling, sharing. Each layer reinforced the core message across geographies and platforms, sealing global spread. Legacy? It lives. MV surpassed 200 million views in 2023. That's range. Hip-hop thriller meets girl power anthem, firmly lodged in pop culture DNA. Critics placed Tomboy as the #1 K-pop song of 2022, Billboard, and honored it across best of lists by Teen Vogue, Rolling Stone, South China Morning Post, and others. It reshaped the girl crush trope, now edgy, punk, unapologetic, not cute with swag, but defiantly self-defined. It's a blueprint. Academically, it's a case study in virality built from authenticity, creator control, symbolic storytelling, and emotional resonance. For I-DLE, it elevated their brand creator-led, boundary-pushing, defiant. The album I Never Die landed on Time's Best Albums of 2022. Live performances still ring with energy. The I-LE sign endures. The aesthetic informs future girl group concepts. That's legacy. Impact that powers new possibilities. Quick recap. Origin, a self-produced punk pop protest that declared independence from expectations. The Climb, record-breaking views and chart-topping in weeks. Tipping point, visual, lyrical, and cultural defiance collided at the moment fans recognized themselves in that mirror. Global spread, TikTok dance craze, symbolic breakdowns, editorial deep dives, fashion runs, and stages DJ'd the anthem. Legacy, a full-throttle cultural reset of what a K-pop girl group anthem can be. Gritty, feminist, viral, lasting. Now tell me, what was your Tomboy moment? Was it that knife throw in slow-mo? The I-LE dance move? That line, "This is my attitude"? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear your stories, and stay tuned. Next up, we'll turn the tables with what made Boy With Love viral. BTS x Halsey's pop hit that took the world and playlists by storm. If you love peeling back media, culture, design, and branding in viral moments, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and like this video for more deep dissections. Catch you next time. Stay smart, stay curious, stay a little rebellious.